Alrighty, this one here is to an email to Jeff Zach there in Michigan. You can't really use pearl curl as slapping, as you can see right here. What you can use it for in tailing, I've got it right there. You can tie that on that way, and then you can also tie it on here as fins, tails and fins. Once you heat it up, I only heated this purple up to where it just iridescent. I didn't turn that into peacock. Once you heat it up, you do have to pull these back forward, and it might take just a little bit of touching to go over it. Now you could also turn the gun up just a little bit, if you want to get that peacock. Like that. As you can see, you got to get to these before they set back up. I've showed another video on how to use them for flash. Let that cool down, and you can fluff her up, or you can leave it down. It does come into a nice flatter casting pattern. Now, for a Spey hackle, I do have that one out, and look at this. You can do with Nuclee-R mission wing what you can't do with regular Spey hackle, or as easy without trimming it all off. We're going to do one of these real fast. What I'm going to use for body is what I used to call Aurora wrap. Couldn't get sales going on it. It's another one of those miracle curling ribbons. Here again, for my tying systems, we'll just go like that. A little bit thread, front and back, just a dab, dab. Get those cleaned off. Now I'm going to take a little bit of, for this one, you can use colors you like. This will be brilliant chartreuse. And we're going to do this way. If you want to put lead under here, you can see in my videos that I did, those 5 slideshow, the hidden years, I did quite a few flies like this, and I used this material and others like it for shellback, for wraps. I used kids lace, plastic lacing, just about anything. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to take a nice piece of this. Here again, like I said, it's curling ribbon. You can't get it in all the colors that I still have. Some of it you can. It's going to be a big spool. This one here we're going to cut. Let's make this one a silver body for y'all, like silver. We'll cut this one here at about big 60-degree angle. Get that like that. Let me get you zoomed in just a little so you can see a little better. Now, just like the smaller, what they call Mylars, only you don't have to go up and back. All these wraps make bodies a whole lot quicker and easier. On occasion you might get a little indent on there. Leave it. It's a little bit of flash. Try to get it as smooth as you can. And as you can see in that video, those videos, the hidden years, you can make it as thin as you want with no hook, or like that. Okay, now we're going to go with the purple again. Got the camera here in my way. Look at the other videos. I just simply get these back and forth. Now I'm going to make my loop here. Then I'll get another loop right here. And I'm going to trim off all that extra little stuff. I'll back you back out. that extra little hump as we get it curled over. We're going to go this way. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. We're going to make sure that we're not too close to that eye, not too far away for when it comes back. Right there, we got the top. Now we'll go for a little fluorescent pink on the bottom. Here again, this is where this replaces slapping, and you can get the colors that you want. Yeah, let's make this video in response to another guy in one of my other videos there on YouTube that said, I think it was to the trifecta, have me pump out flies. Well, I pumped this one out here in response to that email just a couple minutes before I did this. Did 2 of them real fast, make sure everything will work. And the easiest way to do it, took the second time for me to be able to get it where I can explain it to you all easy and have it work good. Yeah, now take that. Anyway, that's all you got to do right there if you want to whip finish. Here's where it is. What I showed you in 103. If you want to whip finish, go ahead. We'll get a couple there. Then we'll wind it on down to that body. Make sure that it's going to bind into it. But you really don't have to whip finish as long as these are getting on tight. Now right here, we're going to trim this one. I did this one kind of short. Let's get this one here. You can make it thinner and you can go back with more. As you go right here, what you're going to want to do is make sure that that's spread out top and bottom. And you got your different colors. But if you're doing one color, you just put the same front and back. Now, heat her up just a little bit. Get them nice and soft. And don't touch that for a little bit. If you get it a little too close to the eye like that, take that, pull her back just a little bit while she's still warm. Let that cool off for just a second. Just like the other one. Now, Jeff, this ought to take you for a little bit of browns in the fall there coming in at the Great Lakes, and then the steelhead there in the spring or summer, whatever runs you have. You can use whatever bodies you want. You can use whatever. There's that right there. And I'll go back there to answering your question. Where to put that one? Too many flies on the bench. As you can see, just get your tail tied in, run it up. You don't even have to run it up that far. You don't have to have this in here. You can just use one color and you can have your wing like that. But pearl curl, I've tried many ways to try to use it like slapping, and it can't really be done except crossing it, just like you'd cross anything else and then bending it back. It doesn't really work that way. It's more for flash on this without the pearl curl, just the straight pearl curl flies. So anyway, gotta go. Bye. Have fun fishing.